Oh, well, live. What's going on, people? How are we doing today on this great, marvelous day on planet Earth? It's episode 15 for Competitors Only podcast. You know why you're here, man. Here's some good heat talk. Um, Not a lot of energy for today, guys. Suffered a terrible loss against the Pacers. Real close game. Only lost by 2 points. Could have been better. I mean, we could have lost by 20, like how we were down before.
Wow.
But you win some, you lose some. Just so happened to be the most important game of the season. But hey, man, water on the bridge. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Um, Chris, hello. Miles, hello. Chris, go first. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, guys? It's been a rough few weeks being a Heat fan. Seems like we're just going up and down. There's like no trend going towards up, but we're just living. We're just cruising right now.
Yeah, tough loss tonight. Moving forward, we got a big playoff run coming up. It's looking like we're gonna have to go through the play-in again, same as last year. Philly with Embiid back, it's gonna be dangerous. So big game coming up there, and there's a small chance we can get the sixth seed, depending on how Indiana completes the season. But all we can worry about is ourselves come together. Tough loss. Terry Rozier now dealing with that new injury. So just got to come together, finish the season strong. But it's looking like the play-in, and Philly's going to be the team. It's going to be a big matchup.
Jeez, what's going on, Daniel? How you doing, man? Um, start off for the night. We're just gonna talk a little shop about the game today. Go ahead, Miles. You can go first, man. Just tell us how you're feeling. What you saw, what you observed.
Yeah, came out slow, and when you do that, you put yourself in a position where you got to grind yourself back. We were able to do that, but a little too late. They hit some clutch shots in the end there, and I feel like Terry Rozier, once he went down, kind of the ball handling kind of went down. Guys staying stagnant, not as much pick and roll, and that's really what I want to see. Even if Terry misses extended time, start getting Tyler using it, start getting Jimmy to use that pick and roll with Bam Adebayo, get them going downhill. A lot of stuff is, drive and kick, but we're not even driving all the way in, kind of getting stopped at that mid range. So need some aggressiveness, bring that physicality back, what we can do there. And Tyler looked good tonight. Obviously made some good shots in the clutch that almost got us the win. But if Terry is gonna miss some time, Terry Hero comes back, Terry goes down. It's a never-ending cycle, it seems like. But he's gonna have to step up huge here. So we need to close the season strong and come out a lot hotter than we did tonight, and hopefully cruise to some victories going into big playoffs.
Go ahead, Chris. Share some thoughts. How you feeling, man?
I mean, we just literally let McConnell score 22 on us. That's insane. Like TJ McConnell, out of everyone, we were letting him go into his spots. 22. We couldn't hit a three for our lives. I don't understand that. We've been one of the better 3-point shooting teams throughout the season, and we just couldn't shoot for anything against one of the worst defenses in the league.
Yes, I think they're like 24th, dude.
They're terrible, and we couldn't do anything. Miles Turner was cooking Bam for the most part. I don't know what we can do. If that's a team that we face in the playoffs, they're gonna play at a high pace, and are we gonna be able to stop them? I don't think so. I don't know.
Dude.
They're dig deep.
They're deep. Exactly. They're a deep team. Yeah. So it's like,
I know. Benedict Mathurin didn't even play, luckily.
Dude, yeah, he's out for the season. That's like unfortunate for them. But
killed us.
I mean, we almost came back. That's the only positive outlook out of that we can carry into the playoffs. So I guess that's like something that we could look at, towards it.
Yeah, real tragic loss. I'm real personally upsetting because I had full-hearted confidence. Like I was like, oh well, since last season we were just unstoppable force at home. Now we're unstoppable force at away. This is definitely going to be a win. This is how our season climaxes. Like this is how we get to the top. We get the 6th seed, run through the playoffs, get back to the finals. Everything's going to be great, right? Do it the old Heat fashion way. Do everything the hard way. No, we choose to do everything the harder way by going to the play-in, playing a couple more games, and then going to the playoffs. Isn't that lovely? Ridiculous game today. Just lack of effort, straight from the tip. Like ridiculous lack of effort. And then we can shoot. Y'all see, I don't got my Duncan jersey on today, cause he. I was about to cuss, cause he makes me upset, man. What are we doing? 0 for 4 Duncan, 12 minutes. We're not. Shooting was abysmal. Nobody could get hot to start. Jimmy looked like good old midseason Jimmy until the end of the third quarter, per usual. I mean, only good thing I could see about this game, besides only having 5 players show up to play, I mean, besides Butler, who had 27, Jovic, who had 18, Bam, who had 20, Tyler was 21, and Martin with 20. The only scorers were Terry Rozier with 4, Kevin Love with 2, and Jaime with 3. Haywood didn't score in 19 minutes. Kevin Love only played 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, yeah, right. Thank you, Aunt Jack. Just a bunch of moral victories this point of the season, man. We can't win anything, any big matchups. It's ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. All right. Like you said, Miles Turner went crazy. 22 and 13, 50% from the field, man. With 8 free throws, too, which is lovely.
Yeah, getting to the stripe too many times.
All right.
Yeah.
In addition to Pascal Siakam doesn't help. So, I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
Tough loss. I mean, all you can do is hope we bounce back against Atlanta. I mean, it's been a terrible season to go against good teams. Like last year, it was the complete opposite. We would lose against bad teams and destroy all the good teams. And now it's the complete opposite, which I hated. I'd rather lose against bad teams than win against good teams. It's quite terrible. But, I mean, the only moral victory I can see is Nikola Jovic blooming a little bit. He had an all right game. If you play like that all the time, the sky's the limit, honestly. Hopefully, Jaime can get out of this rookie. I mean, you can't put too much blame on Jaime. He's just a rookie. But, I mean, ever since February, I seen somebody say the man's just been doing cardio since February. And I can't blame him. It's not looking too good.
I think we need to run some plays through Jaime, get him on the block. I think that's where he can be effective, getting those one-on-one situations. He usually has a guard on him. And he's not the tallest, he's not the strongest, but his footwork is impeccable. So I would like to see some more offense ran through Jaime and allow him to get going a little bit because, I mean, Jovic stepped up today, but outside of the big three, especially with Terry going down now, we're going to need someone to step up. So hopefully Jaime can really start scoring some points. He always hustles, shows good on defense, like you said, cardio, but get him going would be huge.
Exactly. What we need to do is exactly what you said. We need to switch Jaime onto a guard and let him go to work on that block, man. That's exactly the play Spo needs to run. Whoever the point guard is, get that switch. Jaime, you go in the post. All right, you do your thing, young man. It's ridiculous we don't do that. Sometimes he's just reduced to a spot-up 3 shooter, which isn't his game.
That's not his game.
It's not his game, man.
It's not.
And that's a problem with a lot of these Heat games. What's going wrong, man? People are playing out of their game, and it just throws everybody off, man.
Yeah.
Like Bam shot 4 threes today. Adrees, what are you doing, man? We wanted to be.
They weren't bad.
Man, they weren't bad, but I'm not gonna do that. You're right. You call me Chris. This in indirect anger, I'm just pointing at. I'm trying to point it at somebody, man. I'm upset. We really shouldn't have lost. We should have not have lost this game, man.
No, we should have.
Like I can understand it being a close game. I can rock with that, but to be down 20 and the false hope Heat just rise up to the occasion, get back within 2 points, just to poop the bucket again. Like. I can't count the amount of and ones the Pacers got in the last 5 minutes, dude. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can. It was like 4, but in the final minutes, that's a lot of and ones, man.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Today on defense, it seemed like guys couldn't stay on their feet, jumping that jump shot.
Yeah, Jimmy especially. That's so like not like him.
And even with the rotation, with having Hero or Duncan or Terry on the floor. They're coming over. They're not stopping us. Siakam to the rim. Naismith showed some energy to the rim. I mean, if we're gonna be, rotation has to be strong, but we gotta stop jumping at those pump fakes, man. That killed us today. Not something you usually see out of the Heat. We're usually disciplined, stay on our feet, and
And your
rotate.
feet.
Yeah, we were jumping at a lot.
And they were literally pump faking all game, dude. Like eventually you think they'd figure it out as professional millionaire athletes. You think, maybe I should stop jumping, just put my hands up. I mean, Scott Foster is acting like Scott Foster. Let me just put my hands up, see what happens.
Yeah. I like to see the zone defense ran a little bit more. Didn't seem
We
like
should have.
a lot today. Yeah,
Definitely should have.
that's kind of our playoff thing, and a playoff intensity game like we had today. I would have liked to see the zone a little bit more.
There's
but on offense,
there's no reason TJ McConnell should have 22 points with 0 threes.
yeah,
0 threes.
And TJ McConnell, he killer. It reminded me of JJ Barea back in
Oh
the
my
2011
god.
finals. And what it is, we don't have the quickness to match with him. I think the only guy on our roster that can really come in and guard these quick guys like that is DeLon Wright. And how many minutes are you sacrificing for him with his offensive game? And we could have, the shooting of Hero and Duncan, or of course Terry. So, I mean, maybe he gets in, 10, 12 minutes a game in these playoff runs and starts guarding these quick guys like even a TJ McConnell, Jalen Brunson, Halliburton, Damian Lillard. There's a lot of guys that could potentially kill our defense if we don't get some quickness and stop jumping at these pump fakes, man.
11 for 14, 0 free throws. Man didn't get to the line one time. Straight buckets from TJ McConnell. This is the second time. He has given us straight buckets.
Yo, we need to get him next year, bro. I've been always wanting TJ McConnell. He's a straight up killer, man.
I hope we get TJ McConnell and let him
He's a
rot
dog.
on the bench.
He's literally a dog, man.
I'm so angry. Just let him rot on the bench, man. Sit him right next to DeLon Wright, man. Sit him right there with him.
But tough game tonight. A big adversity. We got to play through it, and these playoffs, man. Let's talk about what we got coming up. Probably a play-in with Philly. Whew, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god, literally play a game with Philly. Alrighty, guys. Next up, enough aggression. Coin toss. All right. Once again, maybe for the last time, we're gonna go over now that the standings have changed ever so slightly. We're gonna decide on a final path to the finals, which of course we're gonna make it to the finals again. It's a no-brainer going back to the finals. We just have to dictate our favorite path, guys. Go ahead, Miles, take it away.
I mean, it looks like we're going to play Philly first round. That's where it all starts. Last year, we lost our first game in the play-in, almost lost the second one, clutched it out. I don't want to see us have to go to that elimination game because it's looking like, even if Philly takes us over at the 7th seed, we'll be 8th. Doesn't look like we're going to move back to 9 or 10, hopefully. So if we get started with Philly, got to take care of business there. When it comes to Philly, obviously we just played them. Tyrese Maxey's a killer. His quickness, like I just mentioned with TJ McConnell, don't really have a quick guy to guard that. So we're going to need some rotation there. Zone defense could be a big part that helps against Philly's offense. And I think straight up we need to double Joel Embiid. Like pure double him. We see I watch them all the time. Teams double Embiid. It's the only way you're going to beat that team. If you let Embiid play one-on-one, even with who I'd say one of the best defenders for all these big guys in Bam Adebayo, Joel Embiid's just going to take over the game, 60, 70 points, whatever he wants. So double team him, make him pass out, make it Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre, Batum, make those guys hit their shots and beat us. When it comes to offense, I've been preaching this for years. I need to see more pick and roll with Bam Adebayo. We don't do it enough. He's one of the best lob threats. To get him rolling downhill is going to be huge, something we need to do. And him and Tyler were doing it great early in the season. A lot of that chemistry when they're together. Tyler comes off it, hit the floater. He can even step back and says Bam wants to start shooting these threes. If he can make them, we can play pick and pop. So offensively, be more aggressive. Defensively, physicality. Contain Maxey, double Embiid, and we should be able to get the job done and go into the playoffs. And from there, I mean, it seems like we're going to play whoever wins these series. Hopefully, we can play a team like the Knicks or Cleveland, but it's probably going to be Milwaukee or even Boston. So going to be some wars there. We're going to really have to bring our A game. I'm looking forward to it.
Go ahead, Chris. Let me know something, man.
Let's see. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be in the play-in. So, woo again, But
Woo! Culture, baby.
yeah, it's gonna be at home. It's gonna be a dogfight. You know, I feel like we should be able to win that one out. But knowing Miami, it's gonna be a close one, and it's 50-50, I guess. But if we do end up winning, and we go up against Milwaukee, I like our chances against them. They're not that good this season. They're worse from last season, and that's kind of sad. But I feel like we have a good shot against them. But if the Cavs overtake them for the 2 seed, they wouldn't be bad either.
Sir, I hate to inform you that the Orlando Magic is currently the 3rd seed in the East.
Dude,
Yeah.
the standings change that quick?
Yes.
Every night. It's crazy.
I'm telling you. Yeah, right. New York is 4, Cleveland is 5.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get Orlando, I wouldn't mind that either.
We're starting to look like the West a little bit. West is insane, dude.
Wow. Okay.
So the only chance we have of not playing in the play-in is going to be Cleveland to go 1-2 in their next 3 games. I think the only good opponent they play is Cleveland. Indiana goes against Cleveland. Hopefully they lose that one and they have someone got to upset for us to get in. And then obviously we have to win out. We got Hawks on Tuesday. Should be able to win that. Big game against Luka and Kyrie Wednesday, back-to-back games, of course. And then 2 to close out with the tanking Raptors. So if somehow one of these teams can upset Indiana, then we have a chance to go in and play, like you said, Magic or get that matchup with Cleveland or New York.
I agree. I do see us still in the 7th seed going into the play-in. Hopefully, the Philly isn't on their A game, which they currently are right now. Philly is in a 4-game winning streak. I hope a bump in the road somewhere messes up this momentum, or at least give us time to pick up some kind of momentum before we head into that fight. And luckily, it will be home from us being the 7th seed and having the series. No, we didn't. Not the point. It's going to be a tough matchup. Honestly, Miles is correct here. Anytime Joel Embiid comes on the court, he needs to be seeing 4 hands in his face, man. Every time, man. Bam and somebody else needs to be in Joel Embiid's face because he's too good of a scorer. I mean, talent-wise, Bam is I don't want to say on par because the man was the MVP last year, but as skilled bigs go, I mean those two are up there. So I have confidence that Bam can guard him. He's done it before. He can do it again. That's not the problem. The problem is, like Miles said, is everyone else beating us. Like last time, Tyrese Maxey, he had his way with us. Almost had a triple-double. I think he was like 32, 9 assists, 11 boards, something ridiculous. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is ignitable at any time. Kelly Oubre is a spot-up shooter anytime. Nicholas Batum is a spot-up shooter anytime. I mean, you have Buddy Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he played like garbage.
Buddy Hill. I mean, they have a lot of assets, and for a man that can score a lot of points, Joel Embiid, he really isn't a selfish player. He will pass it to the open man. So 9 times out of 10, that is Spo's method of transportation to attack the best guy and then let everybody else beat us. In this case, I'm afraid that they will. So I don't know how they're going to navigate that, but hey, man, do what we got to do. Trying to get back to the finals here. Our window is very short. But after we beat Philly, if we don't beat Philly, Chicago or Atlanta, I have no problems with either of those.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they're 9 and 10 for a reason. Do what we got to do. Just go to the playoffs as the A seed. Perfectly fine. Give us Boston. Who cares? Do win that matchup, and the Milwaukee Bucks that aren't that are on a 3-game losing streak right now. If they don't drop to third, and we have the Orlando Magics, welcome to the second round. Easy peasy. I mean, even if we do have the Bucks, welcome to the second round. They can't handle us. They can't hold us. I mean, nothing much to talk about there. I mean, really can't depict second round from here. But if I could choose, I want Cleveland in the second round. I mean, I don't know. They would have to beat the Knicks. Very feasible, very possible. I mean, they didn't do it last year, and the Knicks have a better roster this year. So who knows? But whoever comes out of that, perfectly prepared to go against. If we were to be the 8 seed, we would have already knocked off the Celtics. I mean, if we were the 7 seed, the Celtics have a good chance to make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's also a doozy. I mean, I'm just waiting to get to the playoffs. I mean, I'm just waiting for the season to be over. We're better. We're a better team in a playoff setting. So I'm sick of the season already. I'm tired of the mid game up and downs. Just get us to the playoffs already.
Right. Yeah, having Eric Spoelstra in any playoff series is huge. When you talk about 7 games, go in, lose a game, win a game, see where you're doing good, see where our weaknesses at. Just got to get past Philly first. I mean, any team after that is going to be kind of a similar run next year. Maybe playing Milwaukee, probably Boston and Philly going at it because Philly would probably make it out if we do beat them. But any of those matchups, we got Eric Spoelstra, we got Jimmy leading us. Seems like some of these games when we're in big situations that we can let it down. It's nice to have like a Udonis Haslem getting everybody right, motivating everybody, that toughness. So we really got to come together and not only play at our highest ability, but come together as a team, game plan, watch film, talk about how we're gonna do these things we say now, get better offensively, guard a Joel Embiid, dealing with best players in the NBA. So hopefully we can come together and get it done, but it's going to take a lot. So I'm ready, like you guys.
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs, man, that's when we thrive. That's where we thrive, That's this season has been like up and down just like last year. It's ridiculous how we didn't improve whatsoever, even though we have a better roster from last year.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Edible, incredible. You're completely correct. Last year, before UD retired, all I ever heard was, "What does UD do? He never plays. He never does this. He never does that. He does the intangibles, man. He does everything that you don't see, man. He instills confidence, man. He's a player coach. He trains. He's in practice. He's in the player's face. He's discussing with coaches. Like, he does everything that you don't see that you need, man, in player form. What are we talking about here? Udonis was perfectly important for this team, man, especially on the bench. Exactly where we needed him on the bench. Should have signed him for a 21st season, man.
Right.
We need him bad right now. We need him bad. Like there's not. I don't know who's our motivational guy besides Kevin Love, but I don't know, man. Somebody needs an upgrade because UD was so important. I mean, granted, he's still around, but on that bench, when we need somebody to fire up, I mean, it's looking a little empty.
For sure. Hopefully he comes back as a coach. That'd be awesome. Kind of him and Karan Butler being our assistant there.
Right, that would be lovely. I mean, I can definitely see it in the future. I don't know why not. The man's
He's
been
doing
here
great.
all night.
You got that podcast going on with Mike Millie. I'm sure you guys seen it.
Oh yeah,
they're doing good there. Hopefully that doesn't take him away from what we could have in him as a coach. Maybe next season, or maybe just comes for the playoff run. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this team needs a fire lit up under their butt. I think we got it tonight. Again, we needed to win, couldn't get it done. From here on out, it's win or go home. We gotta.
We
Team's
cannot
very
lose.
similar to last year. Every game come in, got to win out. Starts with the defensive side of the ball. Cannot be letting them get whatever shots they want. Getting 22 points from a TJ McConnell. It's ridiculous. So lock in, guys. We got a big upcoming week to get us in the playoffs and see how we're headed.
yeah.
I agree. Edible, incredible. I really I really did want Goran Dragic back on this roster. I mean, I knew he wouldn't play much, but just to have those vibes around would have been perfect. And the man can still play if need be. Hey man, whatever you say about the Dragon, just put some respect on it. That's all I gotta say.
We couldn't bring him back, but we brought in Patty Mills.
Patty
Like
Mills.
it's like they're the same age, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
Like you telling me we couldn't work out anything, bro? With Goran Dragic? Come on, man. That's our guy.
no.
All
I'm
right.
curious with Terry's injury. What's going on? A neck injury kind of re-aggravated today. Said he wasn't feeling himself. Just came out for the rest of the game. That's going to
Literally,
be a big loss. I mean,
I
if
didn't get
needed, rest of the regular season, we need him back for that playing game against Philly. Or it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
His ball handling, just running the point, getting our offense involved, allowing Bam to go set off ball screens for our shooters, running the pick and roll with Bam, which still needs to be done more. It's huge. And his shot making, his shot creativity, he's such a shot creator. Buzzer coming down, shot clock coming down, stepping back, making crazy threes. We need a guy like that. Obviously, Jimmy's going to get to the line, do his thing. Need more aggressiveness from Jimmy. I think we got it coming up in the playoffs. Playoff Jimmy isn't here yet. If we think we've seen it in these, couple of games, it's not here yet. We got something coming. Hopefully, it comes out versus Philly.
please, I'm begging. But time to bring some light into this podcast. Even though we had a tough loss, I mean, time to brag on our team, guys. We're just gonna delve a little bit on how deep this roster legitimately is if they correctly play right. I mean, if all we have to do is play right. I mean, we have Duncan, elite sniper, Tyler, elite sniper, and Tyler's off the bench right now. He's playing an amazing role off the bench.
Yeah.
He's doing everything. He's doing everything and more that we hope for him to do coming back off injury. Tyler's doing great. All right. We have DeLon Wright for defense, just in case. We have Caleb Martin for defense. We have Haywood Highsmith for defense. I mean, honestly, me thinking we do need a big. As good as Kevin Love is, I don't like him for backup center minutes. I just think that age is past him to play backup center. I mean, maybe 5 years ago that would be ideal, but I just don't think he got it right now. I mean, he could anchor the defense. I just think we need somebody with size out there to help him, just a tad, just a tidbit, just a smidge.
Someone like Thomas Bryant.
Someone like Thomas Bryant, but exactly. Kevin Love can stretch the floor. He can shoot. He can do everything.
Yeah.
He's just old. I mean, that's all. We have Jimmy Butler and Bam, of course. Two guys. We have Terry Rozier, who did say today. I just seen a tweet. He said he thought he shouldn't have played today. He feels like he let the team down. He probably should have rested that neck ailment. I mean, he went 2 for 7 in about 12 minutes. I mean, if he kept shooting, he would have got hot. I mean, from the last game, we saw Terry Rozier get real hot real quickly. So, I mean, it's possible. I don't blame the man for trying to play. The other day, Spo said they don't believe him when they talk about injuries because he is a tough guy. But he probably shouldn't have played. We do need everybody at their tip-top best shape for the playoffs. It's just a little sad we had to go out like the way we did. But no, our roster is real good. I mean, our roster is better than it was last year, and we made it all the way to the finals. I mean, if Jimmy plays correctly, Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler all play correctly, and everyone else just chips in what they normally do, we should be fine. We're an elite team. We have good defense. We just got to act right. You know what I mean? We just can't let teams go on 16-2 runs and think we can just come back in the fourth. So if we just play heat ball with our current roster, we should be fine.
For sure. And I was going to say, you mentioned heroes coming off the bench, giving us amazing production and what we thought would start out slow. Continue to ease them in. We've seen them win 6th Man of the Year at this role. So I'm all for leaving it until needed to change. The one thing, though, is if we're going to do it, we got to get Duncan Robinson going early. We didn't really get him a lot of shot attempts early. Run the handoff with Bam, set off ball screens for him, try to get him going because with Duncan is getting his shot going, and then when he's off, boom, here comes Tyler Hero, all around scorer, is gonna put in the work. So get Duncan going early, more pick and rolls. I think we got the roster to compete with anybody, and I mean absolutely anybody, especially in the East. The one problem is probably going to be the same one as last year, as it seems so repetitive. Playing maybe Nikola Jokic in the finals, dealing with that 7-foot wizard. But not there yet. Got to get through all these teams. Might be playing Giannis and Dame, Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Porzingis was the biggest pickup for Boston. I don't think people realized how big that is for them. Obviously, we see it with their record, but as a playoff standpoint, having that length and everything. So we got a big opportunity to go in and punch anyone in the mouth the way we know we can. Just got to bring that toughness, physicality, shot making, defense. We got to put it all together. So I'm excited.
No, yeah, I mean our roster it's literally better than last year. We traded away Kyle Lowry in a first rounder for Terry Rozier. That's like a huge upgrade right then and there. And with the rise of Nikola Jovic, that's literally our four of the future, in my opinion. In my opinion, he is our future. And then we got Jaime with the with our first round pick, and I mean, it just got better, But I don't know, man. These playoffs, man. If we don't do anything, we got to do something in the off season. We got to do something. Like, there's no way the front office doesn't like do anything if you don't make a run. It just doesn't
Right?
make
Like,
sense.
I feel like I'm naive trying to say that I could do better than the front office, but like when we do absolutely nothing, I feel I can. I'm like, dude, you got like none of the GMs in the league. Like, do all of them hate Pat Riley? Every single one of them.
They probably
Like,
do. Honestly.
we got to be able to work out. We got to be able to work out something here with somebody. We just need to whale somebody. I just find a disgruntled player that wants to come to Miami again for the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th time, and get him to Miami. That's all we need to do.
It might be Donovan Mitchell that looking like Cleveland is hesitant
And
to
I
extend
hope
him.
they get first rounded. Like they get out of the first round. Oh my
Yeah. If, if,
god.
if they get bounced, they definitely could. I mean, even if they crash second round, I think he's hesitant to sign a big extension in a small market like Cleveland, bearing what he's going to be dealing with for the future. I think they have a good squad, but we'll see. I think Donovan Mitchell he's had the interest in Miami before. Give them Tyler, maybe 3 first rounders, something like that. If that's something we could work out. But yeah, I mean, we're all in right now. If we fail to make it again with this team, we're definitely gonna have to look and see what's out there.
Right, I agree. If they're not Jimmy and Bam, they need to be on the table. All right,
You
I'm
got the
tired of
pieces.
holding these players' feelings accountable, man. All right, I know we are who we are. I know we're all about loyalty, friendship, and all that. But it's time to win, damn it. All right, it's time. It's time. It's time to get up there. All right, guys.
It is.
We need one. We're literally a single piece away, man. We're literally a single piece every year. It's always if we had this, if we had that. We're just a single piece away. But a funny tidbit here. The best field goal percentage against the Miami Heat this season at a minimum 20 attempts. At third, it's Nicholas Claxton, 69.6%. And second, it's Obi Toppin, 73.3%. You all know who's number one, folks. Our good friend, TJ McConnell, at a whopping 84%
Oh
from the field. TJ McConnell.
no.
Jumping at his pump fakes, he's crafty. That's a guy you got to be disciplined with.
Number one Heat killer this season with 84% is TJ McConnell. Like,
Wow.
you don't think you would figure it out at some point, but he just has a huge vendetta against us. I'm sorry, whatever we did to you, just
It's against Jimmy. It's got to be against Jimmy. I don't know.
consider it squash, man. You got it. You win. This is twice now.
That's insane.
Literally. Fool me one time, shame on you. fool me twice. Hey man, shame on me, man. It's ridiculous. Miles, you all right there, buddy?
Yeah, one moment.
Uh Clint Capella.
Clint
Anthony,
Capella.
lost your mind, buddy.
Hey, we're done with Clint Capella. Hell no.
We're, like you say Clint Capella. Like what?
Dude, how
State
does
your
that help
reasoning.
with spacing?
How does that help
Like,
us? Oh God, that's exactly correct. How does that help? Oh God.
Miles Turner would be cool, but he's in a contender now, so it's like
He's not going anywhere, and they just
he's
beat
not
us.
going anywhere now.
Why would he
Yeah.
come to us?
Yeah, exactly.
See, 2 years ago we could have had Miles Turner. That would have been
We really could have. Oh
2 years ago. But you know how Pat Riley does, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. Anyone that I can think of at the moment that we can get, it's like we need a 5 to move in. Yeah, no, definitely we need a 5, but
We might as well hang that conversation up. Since Bam's shooting the 3 now, Bam's not moving to the 4. We might as well put Nico as our best chance at having a 5 at the 4. Well, that's our best chance, dude.
Last offseason, it was our best chance to get Porzingis. That would have been the perfect 5.
God, we could have had Porzingis too. God, like, we
could
just
have
love
Porzingis.
missing out on anything good. Like,
No, we were waiting for Dame. That's what we were waiting for. Like, that's ridiculous.
we waiting for a whale and he swam away.
Exactly.
Oh God.
I don't get it either. It's just not traded to us and then give it to Milwaukee. It's just as scary. Terry Rozier, the whole a huge pickup. Hopefully, he can come back off this injury. I don't believe it's too serious. Kind of a tweak in the neck, something along those lines. He said he didn't feel like himself today and let the team down. So let him rest. Get him for the play-in. I think Terry Rozier was our will. We're going to see that down the stretch.
I hope
even
so.
Even if he doesn't need to play Tuesday, like even if he feels unconfident about Tuesday, sit out, bro. It's just a
Sit
hard.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Give himself 4 days rest from the neck injury, because not 4 days. Yeah. Because we don't play tomorrow, so it's Monday. We play Tuesday. He doesn't play.
Tuesday, Wednesday we play.
Well, never mind. We have a back-to-back. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Taylor. You're a professional, man. Just don't play Tuesday. Play Wednesday. That's 2 days break. Hopefully, give your neck a break. Wear a neck pillow 24/7. Do what you got to do, man. We need you heavily.
If he does miss a game, even if it's only Atlanta, we need Tyler to step up. He's been great, but
Tyler's gonna step up.
Going past it. Also,
he did what he could today too. I really like how Tyler Hero played. You know his first game back, even though he had 14 points, he looked real Tyler like, man. After missing 20 or not 20 or so games, a lot of games. He looked like his old self, and I'm glad. I mean, usually players will regress or change their game up or whatever. Tyler, he looked exactly like Tyler, and that's what I need to see.
For sure.
But all right, fellas. All right, people. It is about that time. I'm gonna wrap this up here. Miles, let us know your closing statements. How you feeling?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Another great podcast here for competitors only. We're gonna continue to do this, as much as we can with this big stretch coming up into the playoffs. Once the seeding's figured out, we'll definitely dive into all the upcoming matchups and see what we're looking at. Probably going to be Philly. So you guys got to buckle down for the last couple games. We'll be at war soon. So let's get it. Thank you guys for coming out. And let's get it. Big win Tuesday. Can push us off with some momentum.
All right. Final week, right before the play-in. And all I hope for is for playoff Jimmy to come, That's what we need.
We need it.
We need him. We need him badly this season for sure.
More than ever.
But we're gonna do good. We just gotta stay positive. We's gonna push through,
Fight through adversity.
I'm right behind you.
Thank you so much for coming out. Y'all have a blessed night. Be back soon.
Oh yes, we will. All right, people. It's been for competitors only. Jimmy and Bam, do what y'all do. Keep your heads up. Lead us through this, please. I know we're gonna have a playing spot. Might as well, it's Heat character to always have a playing spot. So let's find our ways to the playoffs, guys. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Enjoy your lives. See you later.
Okay, good night, y'all. Peace.